I'm here, I'm here. Hi. Oh, I'm very black here. I'm like wearing all black. Look, I have arms. Hi, everyone. You can hear me better. It's because the keyboard is back. Here, if I move your crane's peace flag up here. Oh, I know what to do. Da, 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 da. Hi, Becca. Hi, Rome. How are you? I know my parents. I was with my mom. It's such disgusting weather for spring break. It's disgusting. I'm not even sure. It's like 30, maybe 30 degrees right now. With this extreme wind, and it doesn't feel good. Hi, potato. Okay, look. It's way down low. It's way away from the keyboard. This thing is so clean. The keyboard's back. Okay, so huge shout out to Matzi. Yes, Becca, yes. Total whirlwind life. So Matzi turned this upside down and took it apart right away. And then, oh, hold on, let me get the little feather duster I had. Which, by the way, has no feathers involved. But then he proceeded to get the stomach flu. So he was out of commission, and this sat open for like an entire day yesterday. But then I was able to talk to Jerfo, who was like, all right, go get some isopropyl alcohol, some rubbing alcohol, and just go to town with it. So I took a paintbrush and I individually painted between every single key on this keyboard. 88 keys right there. And then I lifted it up and I did it again. And I did all of the parts around it and got a lot of the wine out because Matzi had already drained a bunch of the wine. And then he felt better today, so I did it again with his tutelage, his help. And then in the in-between, my dad and I respackled a wall, recaulked an entire bathtub. I'm like becoming the handy person. And I loved it. I loved it. Turns out it's hard to drill into a wall because I don't have the force for the stud, so I need to get stronger so I can like do better. The wind is really wild, Rome. It doesn't feel good. It like does not feel good. Okay, I have an idea. Hold on. So Mats, if I turn this off and I turn this on, do I get it back?
Maybe.
It's mad at me. It's not going. Oh, connected. I get mine back. Okay, sorry. Oh my gosh, Techno, me too. I'm really glad. Isopropyl alcohol. But it already had an alcohol wash. But yeah, it's been washed and cleaned. And by the time Matzi was feeling better today, he reattached all of the screws. There's like 30 screws or more, right? A lot. There's all these cups out with tons of screws in them. And he put them back, and then I made dinner, and I came downstairs after dinner, and I just attached it. Like, literally, there's 2 cords, turned on the boss, and everything worked again. So, yes. You took 3 days off, but the weather was nasty. You still enjoyed relaxing. Becca, way to look on the positive light there. Like, I know, it's our spring break. And we're like, it doesn't feel like spring, but we are able to relax. We're able to do art projects and be with the grandparents, and I get to do the house projects that I've been really itching to do, and so now I want to recaulk the upstairs bathroom because I'm obsessed with getting rid of all mold. Yeah, that's what I said when it happened. Use alcohol. Yep, you did, Techno. So thank you for that. I got alcohol, isopropyl, the rubbing alcohol, and everything sounds really good. Me too. I was really worried. All of my drinks are kept down low. All of them. Very far away, down low. I'm starting late because we had a busy day, and then my mom and I just kind of hung out and talked about life, about feminism. Oh my gosh, I have a new song. And I can't decide if I should call it Rose Song, R-O-E. I kind of want to call it Rose Song because it's my response to Roe versus Wade being even debated to be overturned. But it's also called My Body. So I haven't decided, but I have a new song, and I put it on Patreon just a few hours ago. But if they're cool with it, Becca, if you're cool with it, I might just play it tonight and see what you all think of it. It's just cute. And I wrote it in the presence of my mom and my daughter. So there's 3 generations of feminists. And tonight when I was sitting upstairs around the candles upstairs and talking to my mom, kids are going to sleep, she was just mad. She's like, I walked in the Women's March and I walked for civil rights. I thought I was going to make the world a better place for you and for all of your community members. And now we're just like going back to this again. And I said, oh, Mom, I'm marching the women's marches too. And I'm singing songs for civil rights as well. Because we just have to keep it going. Dark Native, kitty, you're raiding me with your friends. I'm just like, you think I should go for it? Should we do a raid song with a brand new song? Ooh, this is sounding very tempting. What do we all think about this idea? I'm game if you're game. Dark Native had so much fun. Hi, Real John Doe. Thanks for being here. iBattery, thanks for following me. And Dark Native, thank you for the raid. I'm seeing a lot of really fun friends in chat right now, and it's making me happy. My system is better. Motzi fixed the keyboard. I just doused it with a lot of rubbing alcohol. Maybe you should get some for you. For me, what? What should I get for me? Yeah, no, it's been a wild day. So we're so glad you're all here. Dark Native, how was the rest of your stream? Okay, so I have to tell you, Rome informed me in this beautiful moment when I happened to be in front of my studio as I was reconnecting the keyboard, and it works. So I peeked in to Dark Native stream, and he was not wanting to learn my Be Human song, and he took my song and he did a blues to it with harmonica, and it was awesome. Yes. Oh, please do. I tried to clip it too, but it clipped it in a really odd way that didn't do the whole song. So if you can, I would love it. And then I want to listen to it again. That's what you were saying. So your niece had this spill-proof sippy cup. Yes, I apparently need spill-proof sippy cups. But in the meantime, everything is stored very, very far away. Hi, Steve. I was talking about you and your lovely Jen to my parents today. Talking about how awesome you all are. On your end. By the way, Steve, I believe you're in Texas, and how is everyone post South by Southwest? There were some scary incidents happening in an incredible music venue, and I just want to make sure that if you were there, if you were okay, if you know anything that I don't know, there was a shooting at South by Southwest, which is very odd. South by Southwest is a really beautiful space, so I was thinking of you, because I know you're over in that area. No, I was so excited. I did snitch on you, you're right. I was really excited to hear it too, though. So, it made me really excited to go hear it. So, Rome, thank you. And we had literally just finished dinner, in which we ate from a new type of grain that has a deep root, and it helps with soil erosion. And it was really, really, really good. The pancakes were amazing. Why are you not coming up? There you go, we're tuned up enough. There you go. Yes! Now that you've done it, you're ready to hear what the original sounds like. Totally fine. We're going to bump that one to the top. Becca, I'm sorry. My world is completely a whirlwind, too. So after this, we'll go back and we'll honor it. So I have to ask you all before I sing it. Actually, no, I don't want to ask you. I already have my opinion. Rome, would you be willing to create a new original for me called Rose Song? ROE''S, Rose Song? And I will sing that in these first few songs and get your opinion. But Dark Native, I just wrote a song. Welcome, by the way. Thank you for rating me. I wrote a song about women's right to their own bodies. And I'm really excited to share it with you all. But I do feel strongly. I think I really want to call it Rose Song. Okay, Be Human. Gladly for you. By the way, did y'all notice? The hair's different? The purple is a very deep purple, so I'm not sure if I get like super close if you can see it in the camera. But the purple is deeper, and the hair is darker, and the gray is less gray, and it makes me happy. We're gonna do the tenor. See, this is what I do. I just whack stuff around. If this new song, you're talking about is as epic as I expect it will be. It's cute. I think, thanks, Kitty. I loved this stylist. We had a good bond. Just took 2 hours just in and out, and she did my hair, and then we already set the next session. So we're like, okay, we're going to go more summery in the summer, but in the meantime, we're just going to kind of bring it to one consistent color. The highlights are there. They're just a little bit less subdued. They're a little bit more subdued. Yes. Yes. Okay, so Steve, here's the good news. I dropped it on Patreon with a recording from the Yeti, so it kind of clips in and out. But since then, the keyboard is fixed, so everything should sound a whole lot better tonight. Ah. By the way, this one's going to be in the album, Be Human. So I'm going to sing Be Human, because if y'all didn't catch it, Dark Native took the lyrics and just played with it in a way that made my heart so happy. 100% you have my permission to do that. And if there's another song that speaks to you, Dark Native, just reach out. I sent you my handwritten document of how I wrote it out. Songs come to me really fast sometimes, and that song came to me incredibly fast. So this is my song. Oh, good. So you get the handwritten version, in which you're gonna see like half the time I don't even know what chord it is. It's this thing, and I draw it out. Here I came in, was like, ooh, curls and dressy. Totally didn't occur that the hair was dyed. The purple was cool. And now it's deeper purple. It's like a blue purple. It makes me happy. This is the song that my drummer's like, hey, you know you're reggae, right? It's like, cool. This is Dark Native's raid song. My way of saying thank you for raiding me, but also thank you for being a wonderful human being, and thank you for being kind enough to be my friend. Both you and Kitty, just to say. It's so cool. This is for Dark Native. Please go follow Dark Native if you're not. He's an amazing streamer. Very insightful. Very, I don't even know the right word. Just insightful, I think, is going to be the word that I stay with today. Creative, kind, genuine. Just one of these amazing people that you just need to be part of. Hi, Zato. So glad. Steve, thank you for your tip. That's so kind of you. Please let me know if I can sing for you. Be human and disagree with me. Get angry and show some empathy. 'Cause at the end of the day, whoever has the last say is still human. Please know that we each have our trials in stages of accept or denial. Sometimes our struggles are seen, others not. Don't be mean, be human. I'd like to hope that each of us are trying our best to live a good life, so let's take a breath. Your experience matters, and so does mine, but we all can be human at the same time. Get messy, and then step away. You've got a good life at the end of the day, and if you don't lean on us, lots can be done without fuss. Be human. Be human. I'd like to hope that each of us are trying our best to live a good life, so let's take a breath. Your experience matters, and so does mine, but we all can be human at the same time. Be human and disagree with me. Get angry and show some empathy, 'cause at the end of the day, whoever has the last say is still human. 'Cause at the end of the day, whoever has the last say, yeah, is still human. Still human. 'Cause at the end of the Oh, to jam. I get to jam with the band next week. Well, they're virtual. It's just me in the studio. Hey, Rescuer. Right? I'm so honored that Dark Native brought you over to my little cozy corner. It's a little bit cleaner. There's a really clean keyboard in front of me. Hi, Nick Loves Chicken. I love chicken. I love chickens. I love the eggs they lay, but I will never own chickens. Matzi is dancing a happy dance over there because my neighbors told me what year 3 of chicken ownership is like, and I'm like, I'm done. I will gladly buy your eggs. Thank you, Kitty. Steve, thank you so much for the kindness, Dark Native. Oh, I loved all the dancing, by the way. Rome, too. That's a really fun song. That's my Be Human song. So that's actually, I'm thinking about making some merch with that logo on it, with Composy Music. That wasn't the command. Was this the one where Matzi clipped me that says, "My name is Composy, and I will never want to own chickens"? It came true. That came true. I still do want a cargo bike, though. I'm just gonna say it. I do want a cargo bike. Can you imagine all those cute little Composy, little mini Composies, just strapped to the back of my bike as I bike around town, Mats? Right? It's super cute. It's a super cute. Thanks, Kitty. I like it. Let's just try out commands and then see what happens. All good. A childhood friend's dad was a farmer. You played with the chickens. Oh, so you liked playing with the chickens. Nick loves chicken. I love that. I'm actually afraid to hold a chicken because, like, their claws. I'm really afraid their claws are going to come at me. But I do love chickens, and we feed our neighbors' chickens. And we have more than one neighbor's chickens. There it is. Confirmed. No chickens. I have to watch that again because it's so funny. Here it is, Mats. If you want to jump on the stream and see it. That's really funny. Boy, I look so young. Jeez. You were too slow to catch them. I bet that you played with an omnicord. An omnicord! Tell me more. Tell me more about this omnicord. I'm curious. I'm curious about omnicords now. I feel like we might need a song with omnicords in them. You feed your neighbor's chickens or you feed your neighbor's chickens? Both. Oh, that's terrible. To be clear, we have 2 sets of neighbors who own chickens, and we make our own bread. And when the bread gets stale and we're done making toast out of it, then we walk over to one of the 2 sets of neighbors' chickens and we feed them the bread. And this is where my not even 2-year-old can say chickens really clearly. And she goes, chickens, pawk, 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 pawk. And it's adorable. It's the cutest thing ever. And she's been doing it since she was about 9 months old. She goes, pawk, pawk, pawk. Because they're cute. And then when we get close, she actually knows how to call them like the mother hen. So we go, hoo. Wait, what is it? So I can't roll my tongue, so I have to like get it ready. Hoo, hoo. And that gets them close to us. Oh, little gizmo that looks like a miniature Millennium Falcon. What? Rescuer, I want pictures. But that said, we have neighbors who are sick and neighbors who had babies, and we gave them chicken meals. But it's not the same chickens. We didn't kill our neighbors' chickens to give our neighbors chickens. Does that make sense? Just want to clarify here. Okay, Steve, the historical themed disaster birthday party has taken on another level because it won't even be 30 degrees for this party. So now I have to find a carafe of hot cocoa instead of like punch. That's totally cool. I think I have a place in mind that's going to serve carafes of hot cocoa. But then I called a local bakery and I said, okay, I'm looking for this many cupcakes. And would you just put a brown swirl on? I swear the girl's like 19 on the other end. She goes, like a poop emoji? I said, no, like Mount Vesuvius exploding all over Pompeii. Like, what? That was very specific. And I said, I want all the cupcakes to be volcanoes exploding. And she's like, let me get the head chef on the call. And so the head chef got on there like, oh, I'm so on this. So we're going to have literally exploding volcano cupcakes, not poop emojis. It will look like poop emojis until they put the lava and the exploding volcanic rock, which is all part of the plan here. The baker was so excited. And then we have all the themes. We got these super tiny little characters that have to survive. Cupcanos! Windows. I love it. Cupcanos. Hey, Nick. Thanks for following me. I do love chickens. I like chickens as alive less than I like to eat chicken meat. Does that work? I know. Yeah, I would love to send you one, but I think by the time it got to you, it would not look like a volcano anymore. But it's super cute. I'll take pictures. I'll put them on Discord for like We Love Parenting. And the gift bags now have the little figurines they have to keep alive throughout the party. And a balloon that turns into the Zeppelin, the blimp that explodes, with string that they have to somehow adhere the character to the balloon and then whip it around a bunch of times. And then there's sidewalk chalk for them to make the sidewalk chalk circles of fire that they have to get it past. Z-D-Mate, wait! Oh! You're rating me, D Major! Welcome on in. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. We're talking about my son's explosive party of historical natural disasters. Yes, he's 6. He's super cool like that. But then it's going to be fun. Basically what I'm saying is it's going to be super fun. Oh my goodness. How was your stream? Welcome on in. I'm just being super, incredibly super slow over here. Let me go to my song list because that's maybe something I should do on my end, huh? Hey, Dean Major, how was your stream? What did you do tonight? Did you ZD raid and scream as well? Or did you just play some music? You fabulous musician, everybody go follow them. Can I sing a song for you? It's my spring break, so I've got a little bit more of my energy back. Even though spring break is 30 degrees, not really a spring break. But that's okay, cause I'm here. Bunny Stick is here. Bunny, since you last saw my husband, he got really, really, really sick, but now he's really, really, really almost better. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, welcome on in. Everyone go follow Bunny Stick too. Wait, because everything is back and I don't have a broken keyboard in front of me, I can do things like this. Do, 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 do. Okay, ZD, can I please sing for you? And otherwise, come hang out with me. If you're like, nah, I finished my stream, I just want to chill, chill. I am very lurk friendly. Bunny Stick is an amazing artist, a really, really funny person too. So go follow her too. She's lovely. Okay, hey, welcome friends. I'm Composy if you don't know me. I'm a music teacher, singer-songwriter. I think I figured myself out. I'm a humanitarian, no, I'm an indie folk humanitarian, slightly reggae singer-songwriter. Yeah? Maybe that works. That one's super cute. Dagmond, you gift subbed? Yeah, that's right, you did. You gift subbed to Configuration Queen right at like the literal 3 minutes left of my stream last on Wednesday. To you, Configuration Queen. Wasn't that so kind? I thought that was adorable. I am a composy. I'm a composy. And, yeah. Okay, now that things are hopefully calming down a little bit, I have 2 weeks of spring break. Yes, I'm very lucky. I know this. So next week I'm planning on getting my EPK together and sending them out and locking down a date and a place for a live concert. Put me on mobile and go get some food. Please go eat. I'm going to sing it for you right now as you eat. I love eating popcorn right after my stream. Ask anyone. It's like my thing. So I'm so glad you're going to go do that. Okay, so Fairy Tale, it's somewhere in my computer. Let me just find it. Ba-da-da-da-da. I love this song so much. So I'm married to Matzi, going on 14 years now, is it? Are we almost 15? We're something. We got married in 2008. If anybody wants to do the math for me, please let me know. Jen! Right? Oh, wouldn't that be fun? I mean, it's going to be probably in May, so maybe. Wouldn't that be... Oh my gosh. But Eliza's going to be still in school, so you have to prioritize her. She's your number one. Always. I think I confused Matzi by tagging him in an art train. Now he has to post art. Oh, I'm so glad you did. Okay. So, ZD.
Is that Bunny?
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to run a train on me?
She's trying to run an art train on you. I'm really excited. You should join. Oh, it's in December.
I haven't been doing it.
It's in a while. So ZD, I wrote this song based on my marriage to my husband, Matzi, and it makes me really happy to be able to play this for you. so happy to play this. It's been forever. Super early. Jen! But you're still teaching, so we could make it an extended weekend. There we go. You deserve a weekend off, Jen. Let's do this. That would be so much fun. I might explode from excitement. Just the idea that I'm performing live with my band and then you would come. Oh. Fairy tale for ZD. Thank you for the raid. Let me tell you a story about a discombobulated princess and a level-headed jester who danced into her life. The sheltered princess tossed aside all expectations and then in turn became the jester's wife. Their fates crossed as they danced across a warm summer's evening. With the other in their eye, the world shrank in size to fit just now. You see, the jester was as honorable as they make them, and the princess was a maker of love and light. She stumbled into his arms and never wanted to leave them. And he, in his love, held on tight. The pair built a kingdom that sheltered those all around them, full of makers and shapers of light. The jester, though silly, became a king of vast imagination, while the princess, she flourished by his side. You know this tale, it keeps on spinning as we tell it. The two live on as they spread a simple song. Treat those around you with the love that lives inside you, and it will keep on spreading along. Their fates crossed as they danced across a warm summer's evening. With the other in their eyes, the world shrank in size to fit you and I. Cool, I love him so much. And I love the fact that he's on his 2 feet again. I'm just gonna gush about him right now just to like really embarrass him, but also just because it's true. Like, I am married to one of the best human beings out there. I just had to tell you, I'm sorry. He's mine. I've got a good thing going. Kind of love him. Last night he was so sick I couldn't sleep in bed with him. Like, I had to give him space because we've got this birthday party this weekend and I'm running the household, and my parents are like, okay, just stay downstairs, just sleep down here. And I didn't sleep all night. Like, I missed him.
I slept.
I know
great.
he slept really well and he needed to because he was really sick. But he's feeling better now. But thank you for all the love. If you do this in the studio, it'd be great with some kind of lo-fi beat. Steve, I didn't think of doing this in the studio. But now I'm wondering if I should. I know, Mr. Motzi. The first time I read this, I thought you meant the dating app matches you by blood stat types. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to go back to the whole dating app thing. So Rescular said, I read your comment about how you haven't married, and you signed up for a dating app a month ago with Red Cross. It didn't cost you anything, but you could give blood and they'll find someone compatible. What? And I thought the same thing. Red Cross is blood, right? The blood types matching. There's an interesting way to choose dates. I realize now it's probably not at all what they're doing. Although I don't know my blood type, and I think I need to find out my blood type. I know nobody wants my blood because I'm a cancer survivor. Technically, I still have cancer, so nobody wants to touch my blood. But it'd be nice to know. I keep looking at my veins, like, what are you? It doesn't tell me. It'd be nice if it did. Thank you, Steve. A lo-fi beat. Ooh. Message me with more thoughts because my drummer's amazing. That would be really kind of cool. I could imagine just kind of like a little pizzicato plucked bass, too. You're so made of music. I am. My blood type is M for music. It's a joke. Red Cross is not a dating app, but I really thought Red Cross was doing that. Like, here, donate blood and we'll hook you up with somebody. Which, kind people donate blood. And if kind people are single and looking to date and they find somebody else, I mean, that's a great place. Rescular, you actually might be onto something. You met through a matchmaking site. Okay, this is weird, but Match.com somehow got into my email and is telling me my matches. I'm like, go away. No, I'm good. So, I'm wondering if I got hacked somehow. Your blood type is 24-point Badoni Bowl Windows. I did too. I miss most jokes though. Kitty hopes that you feel better. I mean, he's on his feet and he ate a little bit and he sat at dinner with us. It stunk to have him so sick. Your blood type is hot chocolate. Mine's coffee. Let's just be super clear. My blood type is coffee. It was italics, but it straightens. O plus. ZD, that was really fun to sing for you. The vibes in here are immaculate, chat. Thank you for being so cool. Skull! You got gifted a sub from... I just said it and I just forgot. Mozzie, who are we talking about? You're talking about him. Degman gifted you a sub. Apparently, I need to see these pictures, Mozzie. Will you Discord them to me? Because I want to take a moment and I want to see. Degman works in a really cool place and I want to see pictures. Straightened out A+. You think your blood type might be white gravy. We'll call it creme anglaise. Right? Isn't that what it's called? Okay. No, ZD, thank you for asking me to sing this, but this is, ZD, lurk away. The only question I have for you is, what do you eat post-stream? This is my favorite question to ask streamers. Dark Native, are you snacking on something? What are you snacking on right now? I love to know, and then I get really hungry, it's true. Okay, I have a little sniffle. Please forgive my sniffle here. Okay, so this song I wrote during the midst of the pandemic. I was home with the kids, and I was also homeschooling terribly, by the way. I'm a teacher. I was the worst homeschooling teacher. My son knew nothing by the time he got to kindergarten. But he caught up really fast because he knows he's loved. So I guess I did teach him that I love him and that nature's a good place. Bunny Stick, how healthy of you. Rice Crisps, lightly salted. I'm super proud of you. I'm all about the popcorn. 100% any type of popcorn. Give it to me after stream. Becca found out your blood type before surgery. Your family took tests because you're emotionally like your mom, physically like your dad. You have the same type as your mom. How interesting. Okay, so ZD's snack of choice. It changes, sometimes cereal or ice cream. Tonight, a croissant. What kind of cheese? I'm sorry. Go lurk. I'm really curious what kind of cheese, though. We got my dad, because they're in town, we got my dad Camembert, Brie, and Blue with baguettes on the first night. And the blue cheese was so good. Little known fact, I have toured a blue cheese factory in France, and I could actually taste the difference in the minerals depending on which part of the cave the blue cheese was stored. And now I love a good blue cheese, but to be honest, the best blue cheese is overseas. It never makes it to the United States in time. Skull Lurk. I'm so glad to see you. And if you unlurk and you ask me for a song, Vache qui rit. I do know Vache qui rit, the laughing cow thing. I was first introduced in France. It's so tasty. That's good stuff. That is so good. Good choice, you. You don't know what kind. No, it's called Vache qui rit in French, which is the cow who laughs, but it's laughing cow cheese. It's the little wedges. That's good stuff. Ooh, I approve. Not that you need my approval. You don't at all. You don't normally stream long enough to need a snack afterwards, but Techno, you can always have a snack. You can always, if your body wants it. KFC chicken might be most people blood type. You didn't get a laugh out of me. You got a cough out of me, Rescular. That was funny. That was my cough laugh, sniffle. Your brain interpreted as, you met a cow who laughs and lives in France. Oh, I kind of like that, actually. So sorry, I don't know why I started coughing like that. A good free way to learn your blood type is donate blood. I can't though, Steve. Nobody wants my blood. I'm not allowed to donate. But otherwise, everybody else go donate blood and find out your blood type. Yes. In fact, the blood banks are low, aren't they? They need more blood. They type you as part of the process and give you a donor card with the info. The question is, okay, if I have time, Techno, I hand pop it with a little bit of olive oil, 3 kernels, close the lid, wait for all 3 kernels to pop, then put in however much I want, close the lid, go until they're done popping, and it's perfect popcorn with a little sea salt. But if I'm lazy, it's white cheddar popcorn, bagged. Becca made Parmesan. Oh, I can't wait to see the silly clip. La vache qui rit. Qui is one word, like who, qui, and then rit is a separate word, but yes. What kind of cheese? It's like a very, Kitty, it's kind of like a very Americanized, you know, like American cheese is that bright yellow? It's like American brie cheese. So it's just a plain white cheese that's spreadable. And I think it's supposed to mimic kind of like a brie, like a super soft brie cheese or like a camembert, is what I'm thinking. It's very much for children in France. And so when I was there as a high schooler, they're like, why are you eating this, Liz? But I really liked it on a croissant. B+. That's a thing, Skull Rocker? This is so funny. Parmesan cauliflower bites sound amazing, Becca. I'm just going to say it. Yeah, Bunny Stick, I know my doctors know. I just need to ask them. Because I have to, like with my pregnancies and with like just keeping track on making sure that my cancer is behaving itself. That sounds weird. I should say that differently. Make sure my head's behaving itself. Your husband's not allowed to donate because he lived in Germany in the 80s. Oh my gosh, really? That's hilarious. It's like you were exposed to too much weird stuff. You can't give, because of your kidney disease. See? The non-blood people. I don't know if I answered you, Kitty. I'm sorry. That's the best I could. The best cheese are the ones made from goat milk. Oh, a good goat's milk is very good, especially on yummy crackers. Oh, my veins roll. I totally understand. Your brother is AB positive. Not plus, positive, Skull. You said positive. I said plus. Too much schnitzel. This is the funniest conversation. And when this VOD is posted, no one sees the chat, so they just see me talking randomly. Zato, good call. I did start to slouch there. Okay, Becca asked for whirlwind life, because my life is a bit of a whirlwind right now. But it's the best whirlwind because my parents are in town and they get to be in the whirlwind with me. All about your joke, Rescue. I thought O was something special, but maybe not. Wake up and spend my days in a dizzying haze of to do, and I need to know thanks, pretty please. And then there's naps, a little rest, another cup of Joe before we're off on the run. Catch on up, gotta don't last, and they pass me by so fast. It's a whirlwind life, but I'm glad to be here at last. Gotta go another day of school and work and play. Schedule this, schedule that, another endless task. Let's cancel our plans and just go outside, or move with the flow and hang on tight to that whirlwind life. Gonna pass me by in a minute. It's a whirlwind life, and I'm so glad to be in it, because these moments don't last. They're gonna pass me by so fast. It's a whirlwind life, and I'm glad to be here at last. Can we just take a moment to look in their eyes, to take in their smiles and their laughter and their moments of surprise? It's a whirlwind life, and I'm glad to be in it. It's a whirlwind life, and it's passing me by in a minute, because these moments don't last. They're gonna pass me by so fast. It's a whirlwind life, but I'm glad to be here at last. If you see me passing by in a dizzying haze, my hair all disheveled, my eyes all glazed, try not to judge or offer extra advice. Just a simple smile or kindness is nice, 'cause it's a whirlwind life. It's gonna pass me by in a minute. It's a whirlwind life, but I'm so glad to be in it, because these moments don't last. They're passing me by so fast. It's a whirlwind life, and I'm glad to be here at last. Yes, it's a whirlwind life, but I'm glad to be here at last. Whirlwind life. Gosh, I haven't sung that one forever. But that's my life. Like, it's 3 kids, and my mom was just saying tonight, she's like, how do you do it? There's just 3 voices coming at you all the time. It's like, yeah, it's a lot. Sometimes I'm just like, I take a deep breath, and from my hypnosis training, I just kind of go, bubble of peace, and I try to just isolate single conversations. Speaking of, is the 2-year-old still talking, Mats? She was saying, no night, Mama, no night. Hi, Chris. Bloody Sunday. That sounds familiar. I do for $5 tips or more, and it's just supporting me getting this dang album done. But if you want me to sing Bloody Sunday, definitely for $5 tips or more. Totally fine. Negatives can give to positives, but not vice versa. Oh, good to know. Good evening. By the way, somebody else was asking me earlier if I can do bossa nova or death metal, and yes, I've done death metal. I think I'd love bossa nova because I've heard some amazing bossa nova players, and I was like, oh, I vibe with that. She's having a hard time sleeping tonight, isn't she?
I might give her. Her teeth might be hurting.
Did you know that our nearly 2-year-old, her canines in the bottom and the top have popped, Motzi? And they're definitely coming in. The dentist told us to look for the color of the molars as they come in to see if they turn purple, because that might be more pain. Death metal in reggae style. Yeah, it's true, Resculer. It was more reggae. Reggae metal. People with negative blood cannot accept blood with that blood factor. Oh, interesting. I don't know anything about my blood type. I'm very aware of the fact that I don't know anything. So are you saying, Techno, are you saying people with negative blood cannot accept negative blood? Is that what you're saying with that? Just to be clarifying the conversation. Especially because if anyone's watching this VOD, we're learning a lot about blood types. Zato says negatives can give to positives, but not vice versa. And Techno is saying if you are a positive blood type, the positive and negative refers to a different blood factor, which people can either have or don't have. It's also called an RH factor. I'm learning so much. Potato says negative blood can accept from negative blood, but not positive blood. God, thank you, friends. I didn't know any of this. I remember learning it in high school, and then I immediately forgot it. It's just because I wasn't using that information. I think that that's like the biggest thing, right? Is what we choose to maintain. You brought me light. Da 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 da. This is like a really lovely playlist that you're all asking me to sing. This song is for Potato. Speaking of uneducated Potato, who's clearly educated because you're giving us a bunch. O negative is the universal donor. AB positive is the universal recipient. Ah, that makes sense because negative can accept all. Okay, this is good to know. Thank you. Blood that has or lacks the Rh factor depends on the positive or negative. This is quite interesting, right, Kitty? I love this conversation. It's very like intellectual, very scientific, and I'm very grateful for it because I didn't know. He gets lots of calls. Oh, Bardas, really? Since your dad is O negative. Does he like ever like get lightheaded? He's like, I can't donate right now because I've just donated. And your dad would. I know Bardas's dad. He's like the nicest person ever. Didn't an actor had a vial of blood from his lover? Ooh, yuck, Ruscular. Really? Because O negative doesn't have those A or B proteins. Doesn't have an Rh factor. Anyone can use it. Oh, interesting. Oh, Zato. Brad Pitt? Is it Brad Pitt? This is the song You Brought Me Light. I wrote this song to a friend who I just adore, and she was just having a bad day. Like a really bad day. And she's not the kind of person to say, I'm having a bad day. So I wrote her the song, and I sang it to Matsi, and he's like, this is such a cute love song to me. And I was like, it's not to you. Which then kicked off all the love songs, including Fairy Tale for him. They keep track and they call you when you're eligible. Okay, so they don't like pass you out. That would be good to know. They never call me. They're like, no, you're on the do not call list. You brought me light I don't deserve. You share yourself without reserve. You chose me. How can it be? I'm so lucky. Okay, let's just clarify. This song is such a good love song, and had I thought about Matzi when I was writing it, it's perfectly appropriate for me to sing to Matzi. You should totally sing this song to the person that you love, or the animal, just gonna say it. Okay, now I'm gonna start over again. You brought me light I don't deserve. You share yourself without reserve. You chose me. How can it be? I'm so lucky. You dare to go to the hard places, stand up for truth. You choose to face it. You sweep me in to your revolution. You're a solution. When I'm feeling hopeless and oh so down, you're there to pick me up and soothe my worried frown. I couldn't ask for a better human than you. You made my world overflow with purpose, it's true. You dare to go to the hard places, stand up for truth. You choose to face it. You sweep me in to your revolution. You're a solution. Yeah, when I'm feeling hopeless and oh so down, you're there to pick me up and soothe my worried frown. I couldn't ask for a better human than you. You made my world overflow with purpose, it's true. I'm gonna go before I cry. Just wanted to take a moment and try to be as honest and true, and say I love you, Dino, and say I love you, say I love you. This very Swedish girl over here is the Bob Marley of America. Dino, you make me laugh. It does. It really does, though. The ukulele does make a good reggae sound. I do agree. I mean, clearly my drummer's like, you know you're secretly reggae. So I appreciate that, because Bob Marley, whew, right? Bob Marley. Generally speaking, says Techno, there's a few exceptions and really rare blood types that fall outside the ABO scheme. For those people, particularly if they're expecting to need surgery, they'll donate their own blood and bank a quantity to use for that. Oh, that's good to know. Without reserve, like local wine. Very curious. Without reserve. Hey, is it originals only? It shouldn't be originals only tonight. You should all be able to see a big list. Let me know if you're seeing originals only, and I'll make sure to switch it over on my song list. There's just a bunch of songs. There's the hug song. We got it. Okay, here's the brand new song. It's on guitar. Electric Avenue. Ooh, Rescuer, good choice. Now I want to go, like, Electric Avenue is like gently buzzing in my head now. Thank you very much. Okay, no, it's for everybody. Check out Ya Wailing Music, Ja Wailing, which is like Hawaiian style. Oh, hey, Techno, would you whisper that to me? Or just like Discord that to me? I'm going to forget, not because I don't care, but because my mind is moving too quickly tonight. And I don't want to forget that. Ja Waiyan. Oh, Ja Waiyan. Okay, got it. Ja. Got it. Thank you. Sorry about that. All right, this is my brand new song written this afternoon. And I was asking Becca if it's okay that I just like share it now. And she's like, go for it. So I hope you don't mind. So this is my response to people even considering overturning Roe versus Wade, which if you don't know about Roe versus Wade, the long and short of it is a woman's choice to what she does with her body. And I'm super calm right now because I'm drinking my turmeric tea. But when I'm not calm, I can get really loud about this one. Because I feel as if it's my body, it's my choice. And I have been, excuse me, extremely lucky to live in a generally good world with a husband who treats me well. Relationships prior, most of them good, some of them not so good. But I've always known that it's my body and it's my choice. And so that's where this is coming from. My mom's in town. And so it felt really important for me to write this song in front of my mom and my daughter this afternoon and then get their opinions. So I did ask them. I read the lyrics to them first and they're like, yeah, no, it sounds good. And then from there, I started to sing it and this is kind of what happened. That seems really loud on my end. Is that loud for you all though? Did it change a lot? I think I have a funky thing on it. Hold on. Ah, that's why. Hold up. We'll try a clean room and see if that helps. I had a fun... I was just humming it. Because what happens to me is when I write a song, the day of, it sits really strongly in my forefront, and then it goes away really fast. So I have to, remember it. All right, so this is My Body, My Choice, otherwise known as Rose Song. My body, my face, my temple, it's my place. The only person who can say what I should be is me, naturally. It's my decision, it's my choice, it's my truth, and it's my voice. The only one who gets to choose what to do with myself is me, not you. It's rounding it out. Thank you. We're going to try it one more time, and I'm going to bring down the guitar. Gives me a chance to sing the lyrics again. All right, let's try it again. Can you hear it better? Thanks, potato. Take two. It's my body, it's my face, it's my temple, and it's my place. The only person who can say what I should be is me, naturally. It's my decision, it's my choice, it's my truth, and it's my voice. The only one who gets to choose what to do with my myself is me, not you. Our bodies, our choices can uplift those whose voices are not heard. From the deafening silence, choose action over violence is my choice to make. And other people cannot take that from me. I am free to be. It's our basic human right to make our choices without fright, to live each moment with my dignity. My dignity. It's my body, it's my face, it's my temple, it's my place. The only person who can say what I should be is me, naturally. Hey, hey. I don't know how to end it. I don't want to end it. I want to sing the entire song twice through. Just be like, just in case you didn't hear me, it's still my choice. So that's my first time I've actually sung that in front of an audience of any time ever. And thank you. I think I was playing with the amp style, and that one was maybe almost too clean. Hold on. What if I did... Ooh, Amazing Tweed sounds a little scary. Thanks for the love, everyone. Kitty! Steve says, when I attended UT Austin in the 80s, you took a class taught by Sarah Weddington, the lawyer who argued Roe versus Wade. Are you kidding me? Amazing. Upon further listening, I think the guitar could still be 1/3 softer, but it's bearable. Yeah, I think it is a little loud. So if I turned it down on this side, it's probably going to be better. Da 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 bum bum da 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 do. Yeah, seriously important message. It sounds like it would be awesome. I made it like super short. If you continue the verse, you would address the religious debate of it. I know. And like, I'm a spiritual person too. I don't get it. It's not religious though. It's political. Disguised in this like dripping, ooey fluid of religion with like a capital R. It's like, that is where people are stuck. And I get it, but it's like, yeah, right? Okay, Resculer, I hear you. And I'll think about that. I will think about that. Because again, and I mean, I try to like not go too far. Like, I try to stay Minnesota nice with all my things. Okay, Steve, that's amazing that she was on faculty. Yeah, I mean, I think the solid message is it's still my body. It's still my choice. No matter what spiritual paradigm you stand on, please respect the humanity of this is a person's body and a person's choice. It is much more political than anything else, though. Yeah, Kitty, you agree with me. Hi, Cardboard Jason. Good choice, by the way. Okay, Techno, you know, it's funny. I was thinking today, says Techno Geek, about how many conservatives view the ACLU as being super liberal. How funny is that? Oh, Jason, that's cute. Dark Native, are you still around? Maybe Dark Native is chilling. Steve! Are we dedicating the song to Jen? I will gladly sing this to Jen on behalf of Steve, because that would be super cute, right? By the way, Jen, how was the rest of the teaching week? Are the students officially and fully Twitter-pated? Because, oh my goodness. I teach elementary school and the kids were very Twitter-pated. It's like, ugh. Twitter-pated, by the way, in this case is they're starting to just get really anxious and excited for spring. And in middle school, it becomes like dating central. Who likes whom? Who has a crush on whom? The Native American tribe, yes, many indigenous communities have a much better take on gender than mainstream American. Jerfo! Should I wait? I can totally wait for you, Steve. You call it, and I can gladly. I'm so sorry for waiting too long. Hey, Jerfo, I'm singing you a lullaby. I don't know why. No, I don't know why. Hey, Jerfo, thanks for the raid. A bunch of your friends just had their faces melted by you. Yes, you do. You melt faces, Jerfo. Why do you melt faces? Carlo! Wait, no, wrong. One wrong Vald. What are you doing, friend? Thank you for gifting all of those tier 1 subs to friends like Soul Controller, C. Peach Scooper, and ZD, and 1060, and Adinia. Oh my gosh, thank you. How's your stream? You do. You melt faces and you warm hearts. So we walk around with these goofy looking soggy faces, but very warm spaces in our hearts. It's true. Everyone go follow Jerfo because he's just amazing. Thank you for these gifted subs. Can I please sing a song for you? Oh my gosh, face melted. Right there. Face melted. All the way. We can all agree. Darth. Darth himself is here. This is a really, really happy space. Rongald, thank you so much, by the way, for those gifted subs. Are you streaming yet, friend? I'm still doing it. Yes, you are! Yes, you are! I just did it. It is Carlo. It's Carlos. Carlos is over there. See, I'm having a moment because I called somebody else by your name and it got really goofy, like super goofy really fast. You can ask anyone on stream. It was a pretty fun moment. Darth is here. You managed to stream! Okay, I think he's asleep so I can say it. Our son, Carlos, is having a birthday party. He's turning 6 on Tuesday. And it's all about historical natural disasters. And my brother just gifted him a brick. It's not Legos, it's brick. Titanic ship for him to make. It's going to be so exciting. He's going to go crazy. Your face has been warmed and your heart has been melted. Oh no! Parksonian, that's not a good idea. No, your face, well, warm faces do feel good, but if your heart is melted, right? Because, okay, you do a lot of the brick building, so wonderful people are in stream today and 2 incredible raids. Oh, for you. Okay, seriously, Jerfo, thank you so much for doing that. By the way, Jerfo, your advice along with Techno Geeks worked really well. This has been very rubbing alcoholed, and then I did it with a paintbrush. And when it fully dried, we put it back together. And there's a little bit of dark red wine stains on my damper pad. But other than that, everything is good. It's good to go. So thank you for your advice. Go take Trooper. Go take Trooper. Oh, good, Dark. You posted it to me. I'd love it. Jervo, if I can sing for you, I would love to sing for you. If you're like, nah, I'm just going to chill here, I can do that too. I'm going to sing I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. No, seriously, thank you. It's been ages, you're saying to Resculer. No, I love this so much. It makes me happy. All right, so if there's somebody close to you, just go give them a hug. Or maybe just sway with yourself and give yourself a warm hug. This is for Steve and the Sleepy Jen. I'll post the new song on YouTube, maybe this weekend. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. take my whole heart too. 'Cause I can't help falling in love with you. No, I can't help falling in love with you. Aww. So Resculer is saying, thank you for the emotes too. Cutie, hi Cutie, how are you? And Carlo, and Kitty, and Steve, you're welcome. I'm sorry that Jen fell asleep before I got to sing that. Right after the Spanish flu, you had a Roaring 20s party time. It's true, it'd be nice to have the Roaring 20s. But there's also the Great Depression, so maybe we don't have to do all of that historical repetition. Just gonna say thank you. Panda Kaizen, thank you. Resculer as well. Hey, Parksonian. By the way, I love the Smithsonian and I love state parks. So if it's anything about either of those two, awesome name. Thanks for following me tonight. Configuration Queen. Argos and Stormy came to say goodnight to you. Oh, I'm very glad. Who are Argos and Stormy? Please tell us more. Cutie pie. I would love to know it. Oh, Jervo asked for a song. Oh, man, such a good one, too. I'm going to sing it on the original because we have more humidity right now. Oh, your dogs. I'm so sorry that the dogs had a sneezing fit, though. That's really cute. Poor puppy dog. Okay, so if anybody knows of this program, it's a kid created it. And he makes bow ties. And he makes them for pets who are not doing so well in humane societies. And then they take pictures with the bow ties. And then people adopt these dogs, right? And he sells them. And for every bow tie you buy, another dog in a humane society gets, or a, animal place gets a bow tie. So I just bought 2 bow ties for my brother's dogs. Hey, thanks for following me. Joaquin, right? Joaquin. 20. Thanks for the follow. Anyways, I have to find the company. Good night, Steve, to you. Good night, dear Steve and Jen and Sneezy dogs. So glad that you could come on in and not hog. Because you have a dog and no pig in sight, I'll end this song by saying good night. I mean, it rhymed, right? Your medicine's starting to work. I'm so glad, Cutie Pie. Oh, so you are also going to bed. Good night, dear Cutie Pie. So glad your med's kicking. And now it's time for you to get on sleeping. I promise my stream won't be singing goodnight, but right now I've got to say sleep tight. That was good. Okay, I promise I won't do that all stream. Okay, so this is honestly what kicked off the career. I Got You, Baby Girl. I'm pretty sure I've got it completely memorized, but let's just find out. I'm going to sing it by memory, and let's see what happens. So Jervo knows, because Jervo's a dad, and I'm a mom. My pandemic baby was born right in the very, very, very beginning of the pandemic, and she didn't know anything else, and we just had this gorgeous birth, and she didn't even cry. And the very first thing I said to her was, I got you. And to this day, she's almost 2. I still hold her, and if she gets scared or anything else, I just say, I got you, sweetie. I got you. And it's not an immediate calm down button, but it's a connection that the 2 of us have, and I'm so incredibly grateful for that. So this is my song for her. I Got You, Baby Girl. Translate it any way you want. When I first held you so safely in my heart, when you looked at me, I'll keep you safe from harm. And as you grow up, I'll always be true to try my best and keep showing you that, ooh, I got you. One day I hope you sing this to a child of your own, because the world's a better place when we share what we know. And when you look in their eyes, your heart will skip a beat, while the circle of life seems to play underneath. Because ooh, I got you. Ooh, I got you. I got you, baby girl. Do 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 do, yeah, do da do do da do, love a baby girl. Do 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 do, yeah, do da do do do, love a baby girl. Yes, Jason, please clip, share all you want. That's going to be coming up in my upcoming album with a full band behind it. And I was telling some friends locally that I'm going to be super picky to find out the venue for the album release, just because I want there to be space to dance. And like, yes, I'm a dancer. And yes, my husband and I are dancers together, but I don't just want adults to get up and dance. I want parents to get up and dance with their kids when that song comes on, because when the drummer goes, it's a party. Love the name Melody. Good fit with the name, and she's so sweet. I'm so glad. Okay, so Jason says, wait, friends that had their baby daughter earlier this morning? Oh my gosh, yes. Please go share it with her. This is also on most of my media. Although, okay, I was made aware, and I totally agree, most of my YouTube needs to be updated, because some of the YouTube clips are from like 2 years ago. And I keep adding to them, but some of my like staple songs I need to re-record, because I've got a better system, a better setup, thanks to Twitch, thanks to chat, thanks to all the kindness of the people around. Please, Cardboard, please share with them, and then tell them I say congratulations to them, because there's nothing better than a healthy childbirth. There's a tiny instrument right behind me in wait, this one? This one's an interesting story. Okay, is that the one, the drumstick? Okay, I have to see where we're tuning up, because it is a musical playground, like you said. Ah, yeah. So that was for Jerfo. That was for Jerfo as a thank you for your raid. Jerfo, I know that we have a strong connection with how much we love to parent and how tough it can be. Jason, thank you for gifting those subs. Wow, you didn't need, that was so kind. Anonymous, thank you so much for the 100 bits too. This is very, very sweet. The hug song. I'm going to listen to the hug song super quick, because I just forgot what it is. But it's not that I don't care. It's just, what is the hug song again? Hold up. The hug song. Carlo! Stop it. I love this. Stop being so kind. Thank you so much for this. You just gifted 5 subs. Matzi, they're gifting subs left and right. This is so kind of you. Okay, I'm listening to the hug song super quick as we do this. You watched the beginning of the video, forgot, you're like, wow, your streams have changed a lot. Like comfort level and stuff from before, right? We're already on level 3 hype. What is happening right now? Okay, so Jason, you gifted to Jamie and JC and Bwabi and Solkaru and Rooster Chicken Face. Holy cow, that's a great name. And Carlo, you gifted to Anastiaga, Otopai, Unfocused in IA, Kinetic Turtle, and Sunburns. That's so cute. Okay, I'm going to put up the live learn just because it's been too long. I'm listening to this hug song again. Oh my gosh, what is happening? What just happened? There's so much love happening. Resculer! Ah! As I'm live learning of all things, too. Thank you for this kindness, everyone. Ah! Here goes. Is that better if I do that? Da, 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 da. There's so much hype. There's so much hype happening right now. Thank you, Resculer, for gifting to 7 Hawk. Okay, I almost got the hug song down. It's been a long time since I sung it. Hi, Veramit. Welcome on in. JH Art Glass. Hi, friend. Long time no see. Okay, I'm almost ready for this. And it definitely needs this one. I will gladly play this drumstick in a minute. There's just this hype train happening as I'm literally live learning a song again. Okay, I think I got it almost. Do da 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 bum 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 bum. Okay, cool. I just had to hear that middle part. Okay, I got it. So this is the hug song, and I'm singing the hug song during a hype train for Configuration Queen, and it's super cute. Please forgive me if it's not perfect, but it's a super cute song for a little kid. This is my banjolele number 2 because my first one broke. Okay, cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and transpose it to see if I can get into like that really like gooey happy place. Does that sounded wrong? There it is. I'm ready for you. This is the hug song for Configuration Queen. During a level 4, you all are being incredibly kind. Thank you for the 100 bits. Wow, JH Art Glass. Okay, I'm good. I'm gonna sing for you all as I don't fall off my chair. Heart, give them a heart, draw them a heart with a pen, but keep it in a hiding spot. Or a hug, people want hugs, people need hugs, something to hold on to. A hug can really help a lot. Love, give them your love, tell them your love from your toy computer. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you so much. Time goes by, very slow or very fast, but as long as you know they love you, oh, you can keep it in your hiding spot. Love, I need your love, send me your love from your toy computer. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you more. Never, never stop. Love, I need your love, send me your love from your toy computer. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you more. Never stop. That's a cute little like YouTube clip. This is Colleen Ballinger and Eric Stocklin, and they interviewed like this little 3-year-old. They're like, "What is love?" And that was the answer the 3-year-old gave them, and they put it into a song. It's so cute. I definitely put like the composy spin on that a little intensely. What? JHR Glass, thank you so much for gifting a sub to John Cole Art. Y'all are being super, super generous on your end. Thank you so much. I will continue to sing for you as we just keep going with this one. Ooh, we're going to take it here. We're going to take it here because why not, right? Plus, you all are my crowded table. I've had a crowded table this week and my heart is overflowing. My parents are here and we've had these amazing meals, minus the fact that Matzi's been sick. Just being together and eating good food and drinking a glass of wine and laughing and remembering stories together. You were lurking and you were made a John Cole. Sorry, lurk. Go back to lurk. It's totally fine. Thank you for the hype train, everyone. We're going to take a minute like I do. And before we do Crowded Table, I'm going to do a little thank you song. Hi, John Cole. How are you? How's your art going, by the way? All right, the piano back. Piano is back. That makes me so happy. Is that the wrong pedal? One of these is my sus. My sustain. That's definitely not it. So it must be this one. This one's so clunky. I have 2 foot pedals down here. 3 if you count my FS6. Oh, you know what? It's probably not plugged in. Because again, we had to unplug everything ridiculously fast. This is why my sus isn't working. It's rather sus. That was bad. I did like a Mozzie bad dad joke here. Let's see if I can do it. does that work? I'm gonna write my little thank you song to you all. Yeah. Oh, it does. I like that. All right, I'm just composing over here. Hi, Amanda Easton. How are you? Of course, for the shout out. Oh, I didn't record that second part. Bummer. I just want to compose something as a thank you to you all for the hype train. So I'm just gonna go backwards here. JH Art Glass, thank you so much for gifting to John Cole Art. John Cole, we didn't mean to expose you. Go back to your lurk world. I'm glad you're doing well. Carlo, thank you for gifting to Veramit. JH Art Glass, thank you for your 100 bits. We all got to level 4 hype. That's wild. Thank you. Resculer, thank you for gifting to 007 Hawk, to Sunburns, to Kinetic Turtle Matt, Unfocused and Identity. Oh my goodness, Nalani. Otopi and Anastiago, all fabulous human beings. Anonymous, thank you for your 100 bits. Okay, Cardboard Jason, I'm super excited that your friends just had their baby, and thank you for gifting these subs to Rooster Chicken Face, Solkatu, JC1965, Wabi, and Jamie, our own musician teacher friend Jamie. Then Joaquin, thank you again for the follow. I found everybody out. You're gonna say hi eventually. No, you never. I know, because sometimes you feel like you get looped into it. You're like, oh man, I was just chilling for the vibes. I'm a very happy chill for the vibes kind of place. Thank you, yeah. That was a happy one. Go. Yeah, it's good to see you. Enjoy your Rocket League game. I'm not even sure what that means, but I'm sure somebody else does. Okay, that was really fun. Thank you for letting me just kind of go there. My keyboard like flipped personalities halfway through because I was playing piano and then it went to like bass. It's car soccer. Wait, what? You drive your car and play. Wait, is this live or is this a game, like a video game? Huge mod love, right? Yeah, huge mod love. Okay, if Amanda likes it too, this must be a game. Thanks, Amanda. Amanda, how have you been doing? How's music going? What's going on with you? Well, tell us more, Amanda. It's been a while. I zonk out of people's lives, and I'm sorry for that. Crowded table. We're gonna do crowded table. Okay. John, I was really afraid that Ik bin here was going to be driving his car and trying to play soccer. I was very worried. Like, my mom instincts came out, like, don't do it. Amanda, we just met recently. We rated you, and you've been live gigging a lot. And now you're telling me you did 2 gigs yesterday for Friday, so you must be tired. Amanda, I'm just getting my EPK ready to start to live gig. And I'm very nervous because I don't live gig. I just teach music, but this has been such an incredible experience here that I'm looking for some places. And I remember we rated you, and you were so kind. Everyone go hang out with Amanda. She's great. You're distracted by the star. Here, Roan. Oh, do you like how it looks from this angle? Then I won't move the star. The star is this way because I hit it with my head earlier tonight. It looks like a kangaroo face above the face, and you're loving it. Keep enjoying. You just kissed it. You just kissed the kangaroo face. I love it. It's easier than Twitch. You will try not to try not to actually drive your car. Have a good night. Yeah, so good to see you. Amanda, I'm excited. I'm nervous, especially because I'm a multi-instrumentalist, but my band is going to back me up. So it's going to be a full thing. And if it goes well, then I'll start to look at coffee shops, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. One sketchy guy. You don't seem that sketchy to me. I mean, you came in and you introduced yourself and you said hi. So I'm going to debate your sketchy name there. How you doing, sketchy guy? It's because you're an artist, aren't you? Are you a streamer too? If you are, I want to shout you out and say hi. Chris, thank you. Thank you, Chris. If you can do Twitch as a performer, you reckon I can do anything? Oh, Amanda. And I write songs on the spot. I'll kill live gigs. Thank you. It's really timing because I have 3 little kiddos. So, like, if I were to gig, that means Motzi. Hopefully, babysitter can help out. That would be really fun. I want to do crowded table with the tenor. I feel like that would be the good one. Yes, you do stream. I knew it. The way it lines up, it's just perfect. It's a perfect angle. Okay, so we're going to keep it right here because it's making Rome really happy. This is a star, but tonight it's a kangaroo. And behind me is a Yeti because we can do that around here. I'm going to sing Crowded Table. And this song was requested by Uneducated Potato, who always... Can I just say, Potato? I love how many songs. Like, you're just on it and you request some great ones. My cue is a little low. So if you all want to check out the song list, you certainly can. Or we can just, like, chat. We were chatting about blood types earlier. It was fascinating. Especially since I can't ever give blood, so... Go to bed, Jerfo. Good night, dear Jerfo, the mad looper himself. But now it's time to put this Twitch world on a shelf and get some good sleep because the weekend's coming soon. Good night, Jerfo. Good night. Potato is very groovy. Depending on the type of potato, I would agree with you. Thanks for rating me tonight, Jerfo, and I hope that your weekend ahead is full of health and fun and maybe warmer temperatures than ours. Yes to Rose Song. I'd love to sing it more. All right, this is for Potato. Crowded Table. This is by the High Women, a group of incredibly amazing women singers. So, Crowded Table. Okay, I have to tell you the cutest story about this song, though. I sang it for you all this past 1.5 years, and just a week or two ago, I sang it for my school. Because we sing for assembly, and everybody gets to sing now. And one of my students' fathers emailed me, like, after that weekend and said, I just want you to hear what my child did. And he sang it, and he put it in GarageBand. He did the full band mix of Crowded Table, and it was so much heart and so much love. And it's like, what? It was so cool. So it just makes me happy. Sing along if you want. You can hold my hand when you need to let go. I can be your mountain when you're feeling valley low. I can be your street light, showing you the way home. If you hold my hand when you need to let go. Oh, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. Good night, CD. Thank you for your raid. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. Plant a little happiness, let the roots run deep. If it's love that we give, then it's love that we reap. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seed. Oh, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. The door is always open, your picture's on my wall. Everyone's a little broken, and everyone belongs. Yes, everyone belongs. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. Let's bring us back together when the day is done. That makes me so happy. Oh my gosh, a sultry reggae song for Mandy and I to sing. Wouldn't that be fun? I would love that. I miss something about Japan, and I love Japan. My grandmother was born there. You're starting a new chapter tomorrow. It's a little scary. Oh, Chris, tell us more if you want to tell us more. This is a safe space to tell us about chapters. Mandy, Kitty says you should send some anime recommendations since you told me, oh my gosh, is it Studio Ghibli, right? Ghibli? We've been working through them all with the kids. They're amazing. In fact, we need a new recommendation because we've done Totoro. We love My Neighbor Totoro. We've done the delivery service, Kiki's delivery service. We did not do Castles in the Sky. I think I was recommended maybe not do that. What was the other one that we just did recently? I just forgot what it was. Ponyo. Ponyo's so good. In Japan, instead of asking your star sign, they ask your blood type. You used to live in Singover in Japan. You had to ring your mom and ask her your blood type because you had, really? You lived in Japan. I'm crossing my fingers to travel to yes. Okay. I'm going to allow that because there's a Japanese comment. We don't encourage the Jap by itself, but Japanese is perfect. It would be your favorite place to visit. Yes. My parents went and saw my grandmother's birthplace, and that was really cool. I kind of want to see Okinawa because it looks gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Okay, Chris, that's a big change for you. Okay, we're here for you. If you want to ask for a song or anything, let me know. You had such a big smile for the Mandy. Oh, fun. Yes, the abbreviation is why I hesitated, and thanks for understanding that. Spirited Away, yes. Wait, remind me of what Spirited Away is about, Kitty? Because I'm wondering if we did. We were talking about blood types. That's really funny. Okay, Chris was asking, oh, this makes more sense now. Oh gosh. Hi, affectionate Scar. How are you? Now, did I call it won't miss you or just goodbye won't miss you? I'm looking really quick. This song has a history to it too. I'm going to see where I put it. Chris, I'm having a hard time finding my own song. Isn't that funny? There's a few that like I wrote while out. Let's see, won't miss ya. Maybe that? Whoa, there's a bunch of ones. Goodbye, won't miss ya. I might have to do this the long way. Okay, it's not there. Oh my gosh. Chris, I know I wrote the song. I just don't know where I stored it. You tried to... Okay, it's not you, it's me. I'm really bad at jokes. Ruscular, really bad. Goodbye. Oh, there it is. I wrote this while traveling on a notes app on my phone. Oh, I don't always understand. I don't always get tone. Okay, so hi, affectionate Scar. How are you tonight? Funny enough, I made pancakes from an alternative wheat choice tonight. It's a perennial wheat that has deep roots, and it was very, very, very tasty. It tasted like whole wheat, and everybody loved it. So I love pancakes. Thank you for posting the pancakes. This is my longest explanation. Oh my gosh. So this is funny. This is this goofy little song that I wrote when a political person was gone. They left. And it felt like they would never leave. And I won't go farther into detail. You can choose whoever you want. But if you ever have somebody who are like, oh my gosh, you just need to go, and they finally leave, this is the song that I'm always singing in my head. Chihiro Ogino, 10-year-old girl who, while moving to a new neighborhood, enters the world of Kami. Yep, we did see Spirited Away, and my kids loved it. They absolutely loved it. Thank you. We did see it. Oh, I love it. Pancakes and heart shapes and eggs for two. Love it. I loved Spirited Away. This is for Chris. Goodbye. I won't miss ya. Don't let the door hit ya on the way out. On the way out. Goodbye. Won't miss ya. Don't let the door hit ya on the way out. On the way out, Captain. We've dissented and haven't relented. And now you descend out with the wind. Goodbye, I won't miss ya. Don't let the door hit ya on the way out. On the way out. Goodbye, I won't miss ya. Don't let the door hit ya on the way out. On the way out. We've been asked to build bridges, but you should know that these edges have sharpened against hate and those who discriminate. Goodbye, I won't miss ya. Don't let the door hit ya on the way out. Do you know it? Do you want to sing along with me? Yeah, you do. Here we go. Goodbye, I won't miss ya. Don't let the door hit ya on the way out. I need like a tuba here. Yes, move forward in peace and remember the deceased who aren't here to celebrate this moment of so great. So sing along. Goodbye, I won't miss ya. Don't let the door hit ya on the way out. On the way out. Goodbye, I won't miss ya. Don't let the door hit ya on the way out. Loving the boffin potatoes. So I will learn to let Georgia on the way out. On the way out. You know, I wrote the song with so much passion, and then I was like afraid to play it because I was like, oh, this song might be divisive. And then I was like, I don't care. It was very freeing. Oh, you're so welcome, Chris. I love how Mom was Crazy Driver in the movie. Wait, Mini Driver? Crazy Driver was a Crazy Driver. Oh, in Ponyo. The mom was a wild driver in Ponyo. Yes, I agree with you. As that was very confusing to me too. And my kids were like, "Hey, Mom, that's you." Like, hey, be nice. Hey, Cardboard Jason, this is for you. Oh, now we play. Oh, Sketchy Guy. I do actually. Remember, Sketchy Guy. I'm going to put it in the list for you. Remember, was a song that was commissioned. Oh, what is it called? I thought it was We Will Remember. We Will Remember, maybe? We Will Remember. Oh, I know what it is. I forgot my own song. I'm good. We'll gladly put that in. Sketchy Guy. If anybody who's requested a song, including Sketchy Guy, this one is 5th. Let me know if anyone's going to bed, and I'll move songs around. Because I know I'm kind of on late. Oh, I haven't done Cat's Return. Oh, Cardboard Jason, you can request more than one song. You can request. You just gifted a bunch of subs, too. So, free carte blanche for you, friend. Whatever you like. You're a cat lover. Yes, you can request definitely more than one song in this space. And if it hits your limit, and you're like, wait a minute, I'd like another song, just let chat know. We're really friendly over here. I put songs that I like to sing in the list, so it makes my life really easy. All right, so we're going to play with this one, because we can. Oh, I really like it. Well, Dark Native, I'm super proud of you. That totally counts. I can't do streams while I'm going to bed because I get too excited to chat. But if you are going to bed and you have a song in queue and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to bed soon. Let me know and I'll pop it up. Okay, I do. Rescuer, I do. So this is called a strumstick. And hold on. There's 2. There's a little crocheted one that Casey made, which I can't play because it's crocheted. Wow, it's really out of tune. So, this is based off of a mountain dulcimer. Oh my gosh, can I even... Oh, look at that. I have to, like, do it on the neck. It's like A sharp. It's really mad at me right now. There you go. This is a strumstick. It's like a mountain dulcimer. A mountain dulcimer is different than a hammer dulcimer. A hammer dulcimer has chromatic diatonic scales. So you can do anything, and Ted Yoder's the place to go. For me, I play mountain dulcimer, which is really, there's a drone chord, and then there's the other 2 who play along, and this can be tuned multiple ways. It's currently set to Aeolian, which is like that minor feel, which is based off the 6th scale degree. And I can do all of my melodies on the top. A bigger mountain dulcimer, which I have stored away, takes up a lot more space, whereas this one backpackers use when they backpack the Appalachians. It does kind of sound like a koto, but played a little bit differently. Jedi! Yes, you can totally shout out Jedi. Jedi, you're here! The keyboard did. Thank you so much. I cleaned it with a lot of isopropyl alcohol and we let it sit for a day. And then we put it back together and it's happy. So thank you. You were right. Okay, so Dark Native... Sorry, I went super music theory for a minute. So a mountain dulcimer has 3 or 4 strings. The lowest one is a drone, which means it never changes. And this guy just chills. Whereas my melody one is the highest one. Funny story, when I first bought my mountain dulcimer, I went to a state conference and presented the entire song on the bass line, which everyone is like, that's the coolest way we've ever heard it played. And then I use this to accompany whenever I sing Appalachian themed songs. For example, one of the children's folk songs about death is Who Killed Cocky Robin? It's like this robin that died, and all the forest creatures are to blame for this robin's death. And so I can just sing a little bit. Whoa. Oh, I can't. I went out of tune because this. Who killed Cocky Robin? Who killed Cocky Robin? I said the sparrow with my little bow and arrow. It was I. Oh, it was I. I got it out of tune. Poor Sam died. Poor Sam died. I said the fly with my little eye. It was I. Oh, it was I. So that's it. It has a very thin sound, and some of it's because of how thin it is, and some of it's because this one has a hairline crack. When I brought it to the luthier, he's like, dude, just buy a new one. So this one I use less frequently because if I'm going to do an Appalachian folk song, kind of a Southern American folk song, I'd use my big dulcimer because it brings this great one. That one only has 3 strings. It was a little sketchy with this tuning, so I'm sorry about that if that was kind of abrasive on your ears. I haven't played it for a while, but I really only use it for Appalachian songs because I could try to put it into other ones. It stands alone so strong. But now I'm kind of curious about putting it in. That has no pickup, muscular. It's literally like, I'm supposed to just toss that into my backpack and go. And I have, but honestly, when I backpack, if I hike, I sometimes just bring an ukulele. I'll be clear. Plastic ukuleles are a little bit better for withstanding rainstorms than that wooden instrument, but that's me too. Oh my gosh, this song. Oh, this one. Oh. I'm looking at my Murdoch song. Okay, cool. I think I'm good for this one. Let me just try one more. I think the dulcimer has 4. Yes, the dulcimer has 4 or 5, depending on if it's double stringed. I have a 4 string. Forget, they're real close. Okay, I think the dulcimer has 4, but 2 of them are real close. It's called a drone. Okay, hold up. Since we're talking about it, before I do breathe. Don't forget to breathe. No. Don't forget to breathe. I'll take it out. Here it is. You watch these zombies films, and the horror movie to you is not being able to play anything that attracts zombies. How about I just don't want to attract any zombies? It has 4. And the 2 bottoms. So this is a McSpadden dulcimer. I get excited, Jason. I really do. So this is currently tuned to Ionian. Can you hear hear that okay? I do. I get excited. I love instruments. I love music. I love that there's so many ways to play it too. Here, I'll tip the Yeti this way. So this one is backwards to the mountain dulcimer where the drone is the bottom one. And then there's a middle one that helps with chord formations. And then the top one's a double stringed. It's the same note. And then the bottom note. I learned to tune this the way that my ancestors learned to tune it, which is all in solfege. So I don't think A, D, I think so, do. Yes, they were catered to that earth atmosphere, right? And so I use this one to sing for my students. I just remembered. So I was thumb picking that one, but my daughter, who's not yet two fully, she just learned her like third folk song in her history. Like she knows a few, and one that I love that my great grandparents sang is Firefly. It's just a really goofy little song, but I'll sing it for you. It's called Firefly. Firefly, firefly in the night, with your yellow light, how I wish that I could fly tonight. Firefly, firefly, please don't go. Will you take me with you? I would like to fly, you know. Up above the trees, I'd love it so. Firefly, firefly in the night, with your yellow light, how I wish that I could fly tonight. Firefly. Oh, Natalie Page does one too, Verimit. I should ask her about it. So this is the dulcimer that's a little bit beefier than the strumstick, which they're the same family. I had two totally different tunings. Thank you. My nails broke. So I sometimes put banjo picks on to like make it super loud. Sketchy guy, this one's an investment. This one is one of my more expensive instruments, and it's maple. And Motzi bought this for me. I was in graduate school learning about folk music, Appalachian folk music, and what folk music means to more than just predominant culture. And he bought this for me because I heard it in one class and I was like, I'm obsessed. Yeah, it's quite lovely though. Yeah, okay, so there's my McSpadden. And then after he bought me the McSpadden, then like a year later for my birthday, he bought me the banjo, which is also part of my fascination with Americana. But now my fascination is more like take an instrument and play what's on your mind. One of the parents were complaining about their young girl getting long nails. I told them, yeah, get her guitar. Yeah, I'm so sad that my nails broke. I was like, I have to grow them all out again. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of fun. It's been a while since I played this, though, so hold on. I just have to check one thing really, really quick. Okay, cool. I think I got it. We're just going to see what happens. I'm thinking about something. It's kind of scary when I think about things too much. I think a lot. Thank you. there you go. Oh, okay, cool. I got it. You're learning to play the guitar and always trimming your nails to be able to play. Really? Trim your left, but not your right. That's my opinion. Ignore that. That's so bad. I really just want a bass. That might work, actually. And then I might add something more to that. Thanks for being patient as I do this. I'm setting up a loop. I had to just do that, right? We're good over here. The left pinky. Always the left pinky. Instrument. This is where it gets kind of fun. Hold on. Off. Sorry about that. It's okay. I got it. Got it. Something more? darkness moves upon you like a cloud across the moon. You're wearing all the silence of a constant that will turn, like the windmill left deserted, or the sun forever burns. So don't forget to breathe. No, don't forget to breathe. Your whole life is here, no 11th hour reprieve. So don't forget to breathe. Keep your head above water, but don't forget to breathe. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. And all the suffering that you witnessed, and the handprints on the wall, they remind you how it's endless, how endlessly you fall. And the answer that you're seeking for the question that you found drives you further to confusion as you lose your sense of ground. So don't forget to breathe. No, don't forget to breathe. Your whole life is here, no 11th hour reprieve. So don't forget to breathe. Your head above water, but don't forget to breathe. Just breathe. Oh, breathe. Just Welcome in. I was just looping some fun chords over here with Just Breathe. It's been a long time since I played that song, and it felt so good to loop it after breaking my station on Wednesday night. Thank you for the, wow, 500 bits. Cardboard Jason, thank you for that. Uncle Evie, welcome on into the evening. So glad you're here. What were you playing tonight? Uncle Evie has rated us before, and he's always playing the funnest games. Because I don't game, although I did promise some friends that when they finish their games, I will play them on stream. We're waiting for Captain Carrot right now. It's White Vault. My husband also is a game developer. He's working on Alterium Shift right now. It's pretty awesome stuff. I'm very proud of him. But I don't game. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a super quick break, very quick break, and we're going to do a last call. Hey, Evie, can I play a song for you, by the way? Let me know, and in the meantime, enjoy this song, and I see the nuke. Got it. Okay, so I will be right there. Please hang tight with me as I take a quick restroom break. So I like you. As I sing, look through my queue if you want to add more songs, and if not, maybe I'll compose on the spot. I like you because you're you, not what you say or what you do. I like you. I like you, the you right here, not from your skin, not your eyes or hair. I like you. I like to make little bubbles kept you safe wherever you may go. So as you play and interact, the world with you always know as you are absolutely shining through. I'm gonna sing that chorus again because I missed a word. That's really important. I'd like to make a little bubble that keeps you safe wherever you may go. And as you play and interact with the world, you'd always know as you are absolutely shining through. Not everyone will like you. Will like you. I want you to know that's okay too. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. I'm back, I'm back. Oh, now I want tacos. Stop it. Oh, Evie wants Under the Sea. This one's like the funnest song to play ever. Okay. There's so much love happening right now. Okay, so as a thank you for rating me, I'm going to go ahead and sing some Under the Sea for Evie. Evie, did you go to sleep though? Your name turned red for me for some reason, and I don't even know why. It was so much fun to play that last song. Thank you so much for requesting that. That was lovely. Okay, so as I play Under the Sea, it's going to be last call. Because I started late, I'm feeling wide awake, but I have kind of a crazy day tomorrow with my mother-in-law coming to town to celebrate my son's birthday. I know, I'm very fast. I even ran up 2 floors. I'm so fast. Oh, good, Evie. Good night, sketchy guy. I'll be back on Wednesday night. I might do a surprise stream, but I might not. No, I'll be back on Wednesday night. Who am I kidding? It's my spring break, so I keep thinking I have tons of energy, and then I remember Monday night's my son's birthday, so no, I'm probably just going to be completely crashed. And sugared up from Volcano Cupcakes. Good night, one sketchy guy. Good night, one sketchy guy. So glad you came by. But now my high is turning into a bye because you've got to go to sleep like everybody else does. Good night, thanks for coming to my space. I didn't rhyme it. I'm sorry, sketchy guy. Evie is going to sleep soon as soon as your VOD completes. Oh, I'm so bad at that. Thank you for the reminder. We will gladly sing you Under the Sea. By we, I just mean me. There's nobody else here. Although it would be kind of fun until it's time for you to... Oh, Oh, that one's so good. It would be fun to have my husband sing with me. I would like it. I'm not sure if everybody else would like it, but I'd like it. Okay, it's not Miscellaneous Cartoons. It's The Little Mermaid Under the Sea. For some reason it takes me a while to find it. I'm super proud of you for downloading your VOD. I've lost a bunch of mine. Okay, so this is for Evie as a thank you for rating me. You ready? That's us. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they slave away. While we devoting our full time to floating under the sea. Da, 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 da. Down here, all the fish is happy, 'cause off through the waves they roll. The fish on the land ain't happy. They're sad 'cause they're in a bowl. But fish in a bowl is lucky. They in for a worse fate. One day when the boss gets hungry, guess who gon' be on the plate? Under the sea, under the sea. Nobody beat us, fry us or eat us in fricassee. We walk the land, but we love to cook. Under the sea, we off the hook. We got no troubles, life is the bubbles. Under the sea. What? I forgot my words. Under the sea, under the sea. Oops. Since life is sweet here, we got the beat here naturally. Even the sturgeon and the ray, we get the urge to start to play. We got the spirit, you got to hear it. Under the sea. The newt play the flute, the carp play the harp, the plays play the bass, and they sound sharp. The bass play the brass, the chub play the dove. The fluke is the fluke of soul, yeah. The ray he can play the rings on the string. The trout rockin' out, the brat blackfish he sings the smell, and the sprat they know where it's at, and oh that blowfish blow. Under the sea, under the sea. When that sardine begin the big queen, it's music to me. What do they got? A lot of sand. We got a hot crustacean band. 8 little clam here, know how to jam here. Under the sea, 8 little slug here, caught in a rug here. Under the sea, 8 little snail here, know how to whale here. That's why it's hotter under the water. Yeah, we're in luck here, down in the muck here. Under the sea, da 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 da. Yeah. There's like one part where my brain just went plop. Did y'all catch that? That was fun. Oh my gosh, Fish in a Birdcage is the best affectionate scar ever. I want to learn one of his songs. He's the coolest. Since we're talking about him, I'm just going to do it. Is it a fish in a bird cage? Or is it just fish in a bird cage? Yes, I got it. Okay, he's super cool. Definitely. So you just made me super happy. Amanda, thanks. Amanda, you've been like super like chilling over here. I'm super impressed and grateful. Amanda is a music streamer we recently I was gonna say invaded. Nope, wrong word. Rated. And she's really kind. So if y'all are here and you're like, hey, I want to catch another music streamer, go check out Fish in a Birdcage and Amanda Easton. I have mad props for her because she live gigs. And I don't yet. Yeah, that's me. That's baby me. like almost 14 years ago. Dark Native, you're so sweet. I love that. Okay, we're gonna sing a few more songs. We invaded her sweet little space. That's what it is. Potato, did you go to bed? I'm still gonna sing it. It's my brand new song. It's called Rose Song, and it is a pro body song. Body affirmative, you might say. Very feminist. And I wrote it today, like a few hours ago. Just to be clear, I wrote the lyrics right after I heard some news about the Roe versus Wade kind of being argued. It's like, what? No. And so I was upstairs getting ready for bed and took out my journal and I just wrote all the lyrics out like a month ago. In one fell swoop in pen. I never write in pen. I always write in pencil, but I was like, there it is. And I should take a picture of it. But right after I wrote it out, I was like, okay, nope, I need to now put this to lyrics. But I was feeling like I needed to wait. And I sang it for my mom and my daughter. So 3 generations of feminists. Fish in a Birdcage is so awesome, Kitty, right? Hoping to see the Wednesday stream for Amanda. Yes, right? I just feel like invaded has such weight right now with what's going on in Ukraine. It's not necessarily my favorite word. I know, but I also understand that it's kind of funny. So I'm going to take rated. I'm going to choose rated still. And we're going to bring this down even more. Let's see if we can. I'm not sure why. Oh, hey, guess what? I think the volume was up on my guitar by accident. And that might have been what was doing it. Is this better? Da, da, da. Bum, bum, bum. Is it ready on Wednesday, Amanda? Does that feel good on your end? I'm just gonna go for it. It's my body, it's my face, it's my temple, and it's my place. The only person who can say what I should be is me, naturally. It's my decision, it's my choice, it's my truth, and it's my voice. The only one who gets to choose what to do with myself is me, not you. It's our bodies, our choices can uplift those whose voices are not heard from the deafening silence. Choose action over violence. It's my choice to make, and other people cannot take that from me. I am free to be, and it's our basic human right for our choices, to make our choices without fright, to live each moment with my dignity. My dignity. I'm gonna keep playing with it. Oh, I did that without any reverb either. The guitar volume was perfect that time. Yeah. It was on my guitar. I forgot my guitar has a volume on it. I'm so sorry for earlier because I think I drowned everything out. That is Rose Song. My body, my choice. And I'm going to play with it because I do hear the need for maybe a little bit more spin off, but a lot of my songs start that way. They start with these like sweet little pebbles and then it turns into like a good sized rock by the end. So I gave you my pebble. Thanks to the claps. Oh, you're so welcome, Potato, and good night to you. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend ahead and lots of good sleep. Jason! Yes, Be the Light is such a good one. I'm going to play it on the Epiphone, which we have a tumultuous relationship with because the strings are this like really goofy plastic, not like it's not nylon, it's plastic. And it has a mind of its own. But it is a musical playground, which means I get to play a little bit. It sounds really weird, but wait, just wait for it. They only have one guy. He's on a cello, Rescular. He's one guy on a cello, but he loops over himself so much. It's like by the end, he's with an orchestra. And his style is so unique and playful and funky. Kind of has like a, I'm having a hard time fitting the right word, but yeah, Ted Yoder Band is on the dulcimer. That's the one, Rescuer. Some fabulous musicians. These are all really good musicians we're talking about, by the way. Ted Yoder Band for dulcimer, Fish in a Birdcage's cello, and singing in his own music. Gosh, I wrote this back in November of 2020, just because things were tough, and I was just having a hard time finding a space to feel hopeful. So that's where that song came from. Be the light. Be the light for each other. Be the warmth, spread it wide. In the cold, be a shelter. Be the light, let it shine. What do you do when you see someone in need? Do you help that other person feel safe? Does what you have ever feel enough? What can you do to lift each other up? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Be the light for each other. Be the warmth, spread it wide, 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 wide. In the cold, be a shelter. Be the light, let it shine. We don't know what's on each other's minds, or what's hearts, or what's happening in their lives. We can only control our acts and words, so let's use them to help each other feel heard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Be the light for each other. Be the warmth, spread it wide, wide. In the cold, be a shelter. Be the light, let it shine. Be the light, let it shine. Good job, little Les Paul. I need to dust it. Oh, so sorry. That was very buzzy in your ears, and I apologize. Live wire, live wire. It's buzzing because it touched my toe. It's still touching my toe. Stop touching my toe, live wire. Gold tone makes a nice mando cello. Wait, what's the difference between a mando cello and a cello? Now I'm confused. Warm tone. Oh, Amanda. Okay, wait. Who lost an in-law? Who lost an in-law recently? I know, it's me. Okay, wait, I'm just going to change these things around. Don't mind me. If you are still in chat and you were just sharing with us that you lost your mother-in-law and you were asking for a song, it's coming up. But just let me know that you're in chat still. And yeah, I will gladly play it for you. But this is my one heavy metal song. And it was kind of given to me as a joke, and then I took it on, and I kind of like it. Mandolin cello. I didn't know that Dusty played the mandocello. I thought it was just the cello. I didn't know there's a difference. Now I'm like, oh, I gotta go check this out. Now I have to look at the song again because it's been forever. Okay. Okay, I think I remember most of it, so we're just going to go for it. So this is for Dark Native because Dark Native wanted to know, do I play heavy metal? This is the one heavy metal song I play. But I will say this much. I am married to a Marine vet. And this song was a response to the way the United States treat their veterans, which is fight for us, put your life on the line, come back to the United States, and we will forget you and leave you on the streets to beg as a homeless person. Which the music video from Five Finger Death Punch is really poignant for that. My husband was lucky enough to get on his 2 feet when he came back from Iraq, but not everybody had that opportunity. Yes, Cardboard Jason. It's a Five Finger Death Punch. And so I resonated with that because I have generations of people who have fought in wars for this country, and I have seen what they've done firsthand to the soldiers when they come home. So I dedicate this to all the veterans who have been misplaced, I guess is the best way to say that. Okay, cool. I spoke to God today, and she said that she's ashamed. What have I become? What have I done? I spoke to the devil today, and she swears he's not to blame. And I understood, 'cause I feel the same. Arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone. Right or wrong, I can hardly tell. I'm on the wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. I'm on the wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. I heard from God today, and she sounded just like me. What have I done? Who have I become? I saw the devil today, and she looked a lot like me. I looked away. I turned away. Arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone. Right or wrong, I can hardly tell. I'm on the wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. I'm on the wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. I'm not defending, downward descending, falling further and further away, getting closer every day. Arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone. Right or wrong, I can hardly tell. I'm on the wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. I'm on the wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. Wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. I had to sing it my way. So that's Five Finger Death Punch with a composy, very lyrical twist to it. There's like one part of the bridge that I forgot about. Pyramid. Yeah, there it is. There it is for you. These dogs also have PTSD because they only can be dealt with their trainer because of the trust they have. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, so just going back, Rescuers is saying, my nephew has a bomb squad in Iraq and works with dogs. He's able to bring the dogs home with him, but they have PTSD as well. That is an awesome song. Thank you, Amanda. Thank Dark Native. Hey, Tesno Pesno. How you doing? I tried to be the bird. It didn't really work very well for me on this end. Okay, so I really apologize. It's a super intense video. It is, but it's a needed one. So thank you, Dark Native, for requesting that song. This kind of goes with it, actually. Sorry, I'm sniffling a lot. I wrote this song, Gone But Not Forgotten, as a remembrance for kind of loved ones lost. And since writing it, I've actually lost a few people in my life that I was like, wow, this song kind of resonates with me. So even though it was commissioned for somebody to help process a family member's death, it's helped me process some too. So I always dedicate this to Skull Rocker, but it's also dedicated to our friend in chat who just lost their mother-in-law. And if you're listening or lurking along, this is for you. It's called Gone But Not Forgotten, and I wrote this back in, well, gosh, January of 2021. Oh, and what I did with it was, I've faced death, and so I see it differently than many. Thanks, Kitty, for the claps, too. But I did a lot of research of how do you talk to different ages, and especially how do you talk to kids about death. And this was from a variety of really good interviews I found on podcasts and read some interviews too, with psychologists and child psychologists, and put this together. It's called Gone But Not Forgotten. Someone we love has died. They're not coming back, and I don't know why. We need space to process the truth with no lies. Someone we love has died. Someone we love is gone. They're not coming back, I'm coming undone. The answer we may need is dust, because someone we love is gone. Remember, I will remember, we will remember. Gone but not forgotten. Remember, I will remember, we will remember. Someone we love is missed. We'll get no more hugs, we'll get no more kisses. And there is a day tomorrow that shines hope in sorrow. Someone we love is missed. You're here surrounded by people who love you. We know that you're scared, and this might have surprised you. You will always be cared for, and that is no lie. Even when someone we love has died, remember, I will remember, we will remember. Gone but not forgotten. Remember, I will remember her. We will remember. Someone we love has died. They're not coming back, and I don't know why. We need space to process the truth with no lies. Someone we love has died. Gone but not forgotten. Bruscular you were processing during that song. And thank you for kind of sharing that with chat and feeling comfortable enough to share that with chat. I think all of us can connect in a way with what you're going through right now. You have a great book in your library, says Affectionate Scar. It's called Boy and the Gorilla. Ooh, Affectionate Scar, would you be willing to put that on, I think it's like I have a children's book recommendation on my Discord. I would love it if you'd be willing to jump on there and just put the title like you just did, and then just saying book about dealing with death for children. Yeah. I'm really sorry to hear that your best friend passed away, Rescular. Right. It's all those regrets and all those like, oh, I just saw them. I lost someone. We lost somebody, not just we as a community lost someone very special a year and a half ago. Oh gosh, no, not even a year ago, almost a year ago. And they're still very much like in my memory still. And like there's been time and some space to kind of process still, but they're still very, very missed. So that was gone but not forgotten. And clearly it was needed to have some conversations. Thank you all for keeping a space so safe as I was singing that. I know that can be really, really heavy, but it's also really needed to be talked out. So I thank you all. Oh, we're going to end with some dreaming of you before we wrap this up like a tortilla. This is cute. So this is for Amanda. Amanda, do you sing this one, by the way? This is a really good one. It's a really good one to like end with. So, hi, Fart. You're up late. Fart, you were mentioned at the dinner table tonight. So my kids, my son is 6, and he is realizing he can make sounds together and spell words, which meant he took a piece of art paper and he wrote fart everywhere. And then he also has sight words, like star words. So then he put together this great sentence, my mom likes fart. Not likes to fart, but likes fart. He was very proud of it. Very, very proud. And I was like, okay, buddy, the thing is I do like fart. I have a friend named Fart. He's like, you're so silly, Mom. I'm like, no, I really do like fart. It was really funny. I think farts are so funny, right? Okay, you're right. Affectionate Scar, I really need to clean it up. I agree with you. Okay, so I think it's under, there you go, the very last one, Life. There's one called Children's Books. And you can close them up so that you only see, let's see, if I close up all the little arrows, there's way less. There's like streaming, music, technology, community, life. That's a little bit better. Yeah, I need to clean it up though. So sorry. We all have regrets when someone dies. It's true, says Kitty. I totally agree with you. Give yourself some love and some grace. And I do, as a spiritual person and as a person who has seen death, I do believe that even after a person has passed, their spirit is still available. And this is just my personal feeling. And so they know how you feel, and they also value you for your friendship. There's an amazing Netflix, Jamie Oliver, isn't that not Jamie Oliver? Life After Death, and it's amazing. Anyways, okay. It's really an interesting situation, but I really agree with Kitty saying that we all regret it. Dark says, my people allow 1 year to grieve the loss of someone, at which time we gather to celebrate their life before moving on. Oh, Dark, that's gorgeous. Farts are funny. Yes, farts are really funny. You got out of mud. I was like, what? That is a gorgeous idea. I agree with Amanda. 100%. That's a beautiful idea. All right. So speaking of somebody who passed, who died way too early, Selena, I'm having a moment. Dreaming of You is one of her songs, and I totally fell in love with this song. Watching was it documentary, the movie with, oh my gosh, I can tell I'm tired, Jennifer Lopez. It was so good. So I'm going to sing it for you all. For Amanda. Amanda, you should definitely put this into your playlist because it's really fun. There you go. We're good. This is by Selena. a singer-songwriter who passed away way too early. Rescuer says, when my mom died, the last thing she said was, Russ, stop stealing my beers. Don't even drink beer, but in her head, she was at least thinking, right? That's good. Yeah, my grandma, she made some goofy faces when we were sitting kind of shiva around her, like waiting for her, because she'd had a bad stroke. And certain topics you could tell, like, even though she was very close to being gone, she's like, don't talk about that. There's no politics to be talked about around my grandmother. And I was like, fine, we can respect that. So instead, we ate cardamom rolls and brought the smells of her favorite things to her. And then she smiled. And then we sang to her. Thank you for letting me just remember that. Dreamin' of You by Selena for Amanda. Late at night when all the world is sleeping, I stay up and think of you. And I wish on a star that somewhere you are thinking of me too. 'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight, and there's nowhere in this world I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming about you and me. I wonder if you even see me, and I wonder if you know I'm there. If you looked in my eyes, would you see what's inside? Would you even care? Now I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow, for all of my life, and there's nowhere in this world I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming with you. And I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow, and all of my life, and there's nowhere in this world I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming with you endlessly, endlessly. Thank you, everyone, for the wonderful feeling. Jacqueline Wife says the last thing Jack said was, "This isn't going to be good for business." Oh my goodness, Rescuer, you have a bunch of good anecdotes going on over there. Hey friends, you're so welcome, Amanda. I think there's a few chords I was like, oops. We had those oops moments, and that's totally fine. I'm just gonna go peek over. I have some people in mind. I'd like to bring us over. Oh, I know exactly where we're going. Rome, stop reading my mind. Exactly. We're going to keep these good vibes going. A lot of friends rated us, so thank you for that. And we're just going to keep this positivity going forward to more positivity. And this duo, Neo and Lim, are just, Lim K-Soo, they're just so good. They're just really, really fun people. So I just want to say thank you for the raids, for the hype train, for the kindness. I will be back with a 6-year-old. I can't wait to tell you more about it. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you to you all before we... Oh, can somebody do an exclamation point raid? And then we can grab the raid calls. In fact, I can just do it. Hold on one second. If I... Copy. Wait, hold on. There you go. Let's wrap this up like a tortilla. Let's zip this up like a bag. It's time to split like a banana dessert. Just like a joke we've been had. Finish the race like we got first place. Like groceries, it's in the bag. Let's wrap this up like a tortilla. Let's zip this up like a bag. It's been fun to have you here. Been nice to meet new friends. Okay, it's time to go. So grab that raid call. Let's let's go. Let us wrap this up like a tortilla. Let's zip this up like a bag. It's time to go. Good night, everyone. Thanks for being here. See you later. Rating now. Oh, Philippe, I didn't say thank you, Philippe, by the way. Okay, here we go. Chatting, ending, done. Good night.